this vlog here, right? This is a vlog about this is a vlog about car life, right? I've got about half a dozen vlogs to make, but this is a vlog about car life, living in a car, right? When I was living in a car for a year and a half, just over a year and a half. I'll still be living in a car now. But there is background noise, I have to excuse it. No, that's not me. But now, see, so I've been, so I started living in a car 3 years ago. 3 years ago. And now you're getting trendy people. See, it's only been a trend, really, a YouTube trend for about, living in a car has only been a YouTube trend for about 5 years. And I was living in a car within 3 years ago. But like now, and I'm just like me, innit? I'm no oil painting, but there's some really trendy people now living in cars. And all they're doing is showing people, making vlogs, showing people how to live in cars. Yeah? Like this, yeah? If you live in a car, not in a house, you'll need like drawers and storage, yeah? In a car, this, yeah? It's only an old Persil, little washing tablets container thing, yeah? Right, yeah? But that is, you can put these down the side between the car door and the car seat, almost like little storage compartments if you live in a car. Just a little bits and bobs, yeah? You don't need these for anywhere in a car. Or you could have like in the doorwell, in the footwell of a car, passenger seat. You could have about 8 or 9 of these, about 8, 10, whatever it is, yeah, however many fit, as like little storage compartments. Instead of having a big box, just to suit whatever size vehicle you live in. Or behind the seats, you can have a few of these. And just put a bit of covering over the top, so no one really sees what it looks. No one really sees it, but you could have like little storage compartments, things that you need access to all the time. But this is all it is. It's cheap. That costs nothing. You use the washing tablet, the washing capsule, and when you finish the washing capsule, you get your free storage cabinet. It costs you 0 pence, isn't it? Nothing. But people are showing people now. More people are living in cars, and more people are making videos of how they live in a car, which means that more people watching the videos of people living in cars will live in cars, and they will in turn will make videos of how to live in a car, which means more and more people will live in cars. And the reason why they live in cars is because not everybody's got a van or can afford a van, so all they'll do is they look in the drive and they've got a car there, I can live in that, and straight away, and then the way of, and it's as simple as it gets. All you've got to do, because your rent money is going to go out through the bank, isn't it, every month, right? Direct debit, right? Take it out and count it. Cold hard 20s. And you'll see about 600 quid or whatever it is you pay a rent a month, yeah, in a big bundle pile, and that's what you're paying a landlord. When you live in a car, you can pay it to yourself. So although living in a car looks weird, it don't look so weird when the 600 quid or whatever it is you pay for rent stays in your bank and doesn't go from your bank to a landlord's bank. Because if you can't afford to buy it, people who can't afford to buy a house have got to pay a landlord for 45 years of their life. So whatever your monthly rent is, take it out in cash before you pay it to your landlord and look at it. and then times that times that pile by 12, and then times that 12 by 45, and you'll see what of you would see if it was doable. You would see a lot of money that you're paying to a landlord. So although living in a car looks stupid to a lot of people, what it does is stops money going from your bank account into a landlord's bank account. It keeps money in your... And if you think, like, to rent a room these days, you're talking $6 grand, right? I mean, probably about $6 grand a year. And you can look at a 4 metre Sprinter, brand new, 30 grand, 40, 35, let's just say 30 grand, right? 30 grand van. It's about 36 grand for a Sprinter, right? Which is only 6 years rent. And then you own your brand new, and it's only going to be 6 years old. The van is only going to be 6 years old when you bought it. And all you've done is use money you would have paid a landlord to pay a van retailer. So your van doesn't cost you anything, because you'd be wasting it. If you was paying a landlord, you'd be wasting the money paying a landlord, wouldn't you? It just means you're wasting money paying a van retailer, but you're not wasting, because you can get the van, you can trade the van in, and you can get some cash back for the van, can't you? A couple of years down the line. Every penny you pay as landlord, you will never get a penny of that back. Never. You'll never have, as soon as that money leaves your bank account and goes to a landlord, you'll never see that money ever again. Whereas if you pay it to a van retailer and live in a van, if at any time, you say a 35 grand, a 36 grand van, brand new Sprinter, VW Craft or whatever, yeah, 4 metre, and you can design that how you want. And this is, again, if you look on these room websites, all you've got, let's say you're going to rent somewhere for 5 years, all you've got is a wardrobe, a bed, and probably a dressing table, whatever, or chest of drawers, and that's it. You're going to pay 30 grand for that. You're going to pay 36 grand for that. And that can't move. You've got to keep going to work and come back to that. Keep going to work, come back to that. You live in a van. Your home is wherever you park it. Which is why the future of accommodation will be a parking space. Just somewhere you can put a van. And some companies may let you actually park your van on site where you work. Some do. If you've got all your facilities on site, you go. Some vans have got showers in them. Some vans have got full cooking ovens in them. Most vans have got double bed and a kitchen facility and a relaxing area in the van. And most have got solar panels and power and water, shower, everything. Yeah. And some vans have even got a little washing machine. So, but the van is designed how the person wants to live in it, by the person. Whereas a rented room is designed by the landlord, and you have to take the best room in the best area for the best money. And a rented room advert will say, yeah, this is great, this is near these facilities, those facilities. In a van, you're near whatever facilities you want, not a landlord wants. Landlords bought the property for their benefit, not yours. Whereas if you buy a van, you're buying it for your benefit. And you've only got, excuse a fake copy, but you only got to look at excuse a fake copy, but look at van tours on YouTube, and that's the current combination, and then you look at a rented room, and you're going to pay 600 quid for a rented room, or you're going to spend about £1 grand, £2 grand, it's not code, to design your van how you want the van. And your idea of how a van should look for your accommodation space will be a lot more different than a basic room with a bed in it. And that's why van life hasn't even started yet. It's not even started. And even van retailers now are selling vans purely for the counter van market, because they're using rent money they would have paid in rent to buy it. It's just safe. It's safe money. to the camper van market. And there you go. Adios. Just my view of delivering a car. Van. Accommodation. People now only need to spend £1,000 to buy a second-hand car with a year's own MOT. £1,000. Doesn't matter if it won't get through the next. It doesn't matter if it won't get through the next MOT. Just get another one for £1,000 next year. Because you're going to pay £6,000 this year and £6,000 next year to rent. So you might just pay £1,000 to buy, scrap. Another next year, another £1,000, buy another car, scrap. It's still cheaper than paying rent. Adios.